in this video, I want to talk a little bit about dust control and a few different ways that I tackle that. When I built this place, I saved up and I wanted to buy a cyclone, a central collecting system. And so I bought this jet. It's a 2-horse. I was able to salvage some ductwork at an old manufacturing place, and it ended up being kind of the perfect amount for what I needed. So my central unit is connected down this main trunk. This is my table saw. I did add these blast gates so it turns on and off each tool as I'm using it. I've got just a flex hose here for my antique joiner. I do need to make a connection, a better connection to the base port. Right now it just kind of dumps out and collects on the floor, and then I suck it up with my hose. So I need to find a better solution for that. This is an old single stage that I've had for a number of years too, that I was able to modify a little bit. I had to unbolt the motor unit and fan and turn it 90 degrees to fit in this configuration that I have here. And all I really had to do was add a piece of plywood, secure that to the base, and then secure the fan to that. And it worked out pretty well. So this is where I have some 4-inch hose from my bandsaws connected to this. And the nice thing about this and the central system is it works on a remote switch, which turns it on. Then I have a couple blast gates that I can control which hose is running at what time. The next solution I have is vacuums. And these are just invaluable, honestly, in the shop. This is the one I use mostly for sanding. When I started to use a vacuum with my sanders, it's one of the biggest changes that I was able to do in my shop for dust control. And for this unit, I actually did invest in a little bit better filter. If I can open this here for you and show you. This is a fiberglass, really durable plastic frame filter. I've had this in here for probably 3 years. And it's much more durable than just the paper ones that you get. And it's got a better filtration system than the paper ones as well. It's easy enough to just bang out in the garbage can when it's kind of filled up, and then I can blow it out as well with my air compressor. So that's one that I use really most of the time. This is another little small dust collector that I have dedicated to my chop saw. It's just a little 2-inch hose that goes to that. But what I have on here too is a trigger switch. It's a tool switch. So when I power on the tool, it automatically powers on the vacuum. So I'm not reaching for another switch. I have another little unit here. This one's even smaller. And I have it dedicated to just this profile sander. This one I do have to just turn on, but it's really in pretty close proximity and it's not behind a tool, so I can reach it pretty easily. But really the vacuums, even just one of them by itself is invaluable in a shop. Not just for the big stuff, but really kind of for those fine particulates, particularly when you're sanding. So that's some of the solutions I have for dust collection.